All right, I'll give y'all the sauce. All right. So when you hit up an artist, I knew Murda's whole team, royalty points, if you want an advance.
Yo, what's up with you, man? It's your boy TB Digital from Team Producergrind, and welcome to episode 5 of the series Straight Sauce. Today, man, I was able to link up with the broski, young Cutta. He's a 17-year-old producer who produced for Lil Durk, Shorty, Trippy Red, Young and Ace, Block Boy JB, No Cap. I mean, the list goes on and on. Today, I was able to chop it up with bro about how to market yourself on Instagram, DM tactics you could use to get artists' attention, how to conduct yourself in the studio, how business go after you get a record, develop relationship with artists, all types of stuff, man. No cook up today, just straight gems, you know what I'm saying? So sit back, relax, enjoy the video. That being said, let's get straight to it. But yeah, man, we got young Cutta in the building. So I mean, let's start really from the top, man. You really got a bright story, bro. Like, you 17, you produced for Lil Durk, Quando Rondo. Congratulations on the Shorty joint.
I guess like the most known would be the Durk ones. Young and Ace just dropped. FBG Duck, I have like a couple songs with him before he passed.
Start from the top, bro. How you started making beats?
I was like 14. Actually, at first I had a one of those online internet beat makers. I forget what it was called, but I was using that, and then I found out about FL, and then I switched to FL, and I just learned how to make beats on there and get better and better.
So as far as you start making beats, how long did it really take you until like, okay, my joint fire, let me start sending my stuff out?
I think like actually 2 years, because I didn't know about placements. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I did not know how the business worked or how like artists pick the beats for their songs. I was just posting beats on YouTube.
What made you start sending them out to artists?
I just met with people in the industry and they told me all about it. How you can just like send beats to artists and also get paid.
When did you really start like hitting up those artists in the DMs? And as far as that, like, you a producer, I'm a producer. We know how producers is. They could be weird in the DMs. And a lot of times these rappers and even bigger producers, they look at producers and it's like, they ain't nothing but an Instagram account. But you seem like you really kind of worked your way through the DMs. So what's some advice you give producers?
All right, I'll give y'all the sauce. All right. So when you hit up an artist, first thing, you want to make sure your page looks good. Because if the artist sees your DM and clicks on your page and it looks whack, they're not going to fuck with you. They're going to think you're unprofessional. You want your page looking like super clean. You got some photos up there of yourself, maybe in the studio working. A lot of producers have their personal account mixed with their like producer business account, but you don't want to do that. You want to have those separate. So you want your own like page just for producing so that people actually know that you're serious about it. I even put like unreleased music that didn't come out yet on my page just as a way to like show these artists that I'm like doing something, I'm working, you know? But yeah, about hitting DMs, you just say, let's work. I produce for so-and-so. And then they'll respond. Like, that's the sauce. Like, that's all it is. And you want your page looking good. If you have those two things, like, you'll get it.
You used to put unreleased music on your page. Now explain it.
A lot of producers don't have released music with artists. Like, producers that produce like Lil Keed and Lil Got It, they have so many songs. But if you know you have a song with them, just like post it, you know, put it on your page, like a snippet or something. Just something to show the art, like an artist that you want to work with that's looking at your page that you're doing something. Like, I've been working with like a lot of YouTube rappers, Armand and Trey.
Yeah.
So they're mainly like YouTubers, but they do rap on the side.
Do you feel like that's a good lane? Cause like I was thinking about that the other day, like you know the YouTuber DDG. So like I feel like producers should start hitting up YouTubers, cause a lot of times like if you a famous YouTuber, they're gonna eventually start rapping or even play around with it, but they do numbers cause they fan base is hard. And I feel like just because they YouTubers not really rappers, like it's not like 20 producers hitting them every day. Oh, can I send beats? So that might be a lane for real.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's what I was doing. Plus, you know, they got to check too. They usually got to check for beats.
Is it best working with like independent artists or like artists who got management label, like got all that type of stuff taken care of? Because sometimes I know from like people tell me like, oh, independent artists, they may take longer, and then some people be like they the best to work with. But from your standpoint,
it just depends what independent artist. Some of them, like, they're good about their money. Like, they have money to spend. They're not like worried or anything. But some of those independent artists, like, they're just starting out and they don't have any money for beats or anything. But like a lot of these like independent artists that I've worked with and stuff, they're like trappers. So they like I'm serious, they made like drug money and shit. So they have just like this money to spend on beats and stuff. And it's like, it's pretty cool. Definitely, if I had a choice, I'd definitely want to work with someone who's signed.
Like your very first placement, how did the business go? Splits and everything.
Oh man, at the start, I was just giving people free beats and stuff. First artist I was working with, like I didn't know anything about business or what I should charge, and I had to learn as I like progressed. I was just like giving free beats away and stuff, like saying, yo, you can just drop that song. It's all good, man. Just drop it. Once you start getting more of those and you're getting more comfortable and having like more songs out, then you're like, oh shit, where's my money? I need my money. But that's what Murda did too. He was giving free beats away, and then he was like started charging people.
So I mean, let's get into that. Breaking down how you kind of got in touch with, you know what I'm saying, Murda, and how it went from there.
I knew Murda's whole team, so like everyone at 220. If you don't know Corey, that's Murda's manager. I got in touch with him and like his whole team, so they knew me already, and they knew I had placements and stuff. But I never like asked them to lock me in with Murda. So what happened? I just DM'd Murda one day, and he like responded. Man, what did I say? I can tell you if you want. Yeah, I said, yo, are you signing producers right now? And he only responded because I knew his like whole team, Corey and all them. It just went from there because he saw my page. He saw I had placements already with Durk and all them, and that I was young. You know, they like it when there's like younger producers. We just started working from there after I said that. And he was like, yo, you should come to LA. So I flew out to LA. I met with all of them for the first time. It was dope. I got in a session with Murda and 24K Golden. Like the first time I was there, I was so hyped. That shit was lit. We made like 2 fire songs. Yeah, it kind of just came from a DM.
So, I mean, explain the back work, how you developed that relationship with this whole team. Cause that was a big part.
I think I DM'd Corey first. I think I actually asked Corey about signing too. And then he responded, he said, yes, he is. But he said Murda's also signing people too. And we kind of just started working from there. He was like, yo, I'll introduce you to Murda and see if he like fucks with you. If you just DM a ton of people each day, like you'll have a way better chance at getting further in the industry. Just try and like set a goal for yourself. Just say like, I'll DM 100 people today. Just like, yo, let's work. Even other producers, like let's collab, let's do something. You gotta make something.
Has there ever been a time where you DM somebody, they didn't respond, and you maybe DM'd them again and they responded that time?
Yeah, that's definitely happened a lot.
You said that you got a couple of Durk placements before you got signed to Murda. So how did that come about? Cause that's hard that you was able to secure the bag before that.
So I know Durk's engineer turned me up, Josh, and I have a good relationship with him. I was gonna sign to him like a long time ago, but we've always just had like a good connection. So he started hitting me up. He was like, yo, I need beats for Durk. I'm like his engineer, and I just started flooding him with beats because I made a ton of little Durk beats. And so I just sent them all the time, every day. Durk fuck with them.
So when that first placement came about with Durk, how did you feel? And like, where did you go from there as far as like the business side?
It was awesome because that was my my biggest placement. Yeah, I was so hyped because when we shoot, it became like the big song on the album. It was like the single, but it was like the biggest single on the album.
So you get the placement, and like from there, like let's talk about paperwork, cause just from like experience talking with other producers and just my experience, a lot of people think there's like this golden rule or like there's a process with paperwork, but with every placement, bro, this shit is different every time. So explain like how did it work between you and Lil Durk basically?
Well, basically the label, they'll just send you a producer agreement. You know, you tell them what you want first, royalty points, if you want an advance, and then of course publishing's the same. It's 50-50 between you and the artist, or it's 25-25 between you and the producer, and then Durk would get the 50, or the label or whoever for publishing. You just tell them what you want for the advance and royalty, and they'll send you a producer agreement through email, and you just sign it. Then that just like shows that they're ready to like release a song.
Now, has there been times where like paperwork's done, the record dropped, and you still haven't got paid yet?
Oh yeah, that's happened. It doesn't happen too much if you're dealing with like a good label. It's about their business. Like usually the big labels, I haven't run into that problem with like any big labels. Like they've always paid on time and stuff because they don't want to look bad. That would reflect on themselves poorly. Just keep hitting them up, or if it gets to the point where you need to take legal action, that's fine.
I see you have a YouTube channel.
I don't really upload as much anymore, but I used to. I just went hard with the YouTube. I also used to post instrumentals to songs, like big songs. Yeah, right there, the straight through one, the Quinn NFN instrumental. It's at like 900K views. Yeah, that one just popped off out of nowhere. You want to post an instrumental when the song's like really small. So I just remade the beat because the beat's so simple, and I just posted it, and it went crazy.
So is this like for producers that's watching this, why would you post an instrumental? Is this more for like a marketing tool to like rank on YouTube?
It was like a marketing thing, so rappers come on and stuff.
You think this is still effective in 2021 to do?
Yeah, for sure. Like the sauce for tight beats and stuff is you want to find an artist that's smaller that hasn't popped yet, and then you just flood YouTube with those types of beats, and then they pop, and then everyone's searching for them. That's how you do it.
I was watching this like right before we got up on here. Man, producers be having bucket lists, bruh, and this is like number 2. Actually have relationships, like personal relationships with these artists.
It's really just a DM game. DM people who are close to the artist or work with them, especially engineers too. That's the real sauce. If you have a good connection with the fire engineer that works with a lot of big artists, like really anything's possible. I had already been working with Block Boy because I know his A&R. Like I'm good friends with his A&R, and he was like, yo, pull up to the session. This was the night before this. And I met Block Boy, and we made like 3 songs or 2 songs or something, and I don't know, I just caught a vibe with them, and like we were cool.
So what's it like being in the room? Because there's a lot, I don't know, like some producers probably feel like they gotta act a certain way because you with these rappers, but some producers be like, be yourself. Like, how is it being in the room with these folks?
What I do, I just like kind of stay quiet and keep to myself, but also just be yourself, you know, and do your best at make fucking beats, man.
No cap, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap, no cap.
As far as beats, are you more like melody type of guy or drums?
Drums. When I have like good plugins, I can make fire melodies.
So I mean, let me ask you this though. So we got hella producers that be like, bruh, if you use loops, you trash. So I just want to know, bruh. I just want to know, cause obviously these don't be thinking like this. So when you be in the room with Block Boy, JB, Tusi, Lil Durk, whoever, and you pull up a beat, do they ever be like, hey Cutta, did you use a loop? Cause if you did, let's use another one.
Hell no, bro. Loops are the way to go, bro. Especially in studio sessions, bro. It's like, it's so fast. It's like you play a loop and you ask the artist like, yo, you fuck with this? You fuck with this vibe? And they're like, hell yeah. And then you just fucking do the drums. Yeah, they're not gonna sit there for like fucking 45 minutes. They're gonna be like, let's go, man. I
just wanted to know, you be in the room with them, so I just wanted to know how they ever was like, man, I don't want no loops.
Never, bro. Cause I did a song with Polo G in the studio. I just cooked up the beat in front of him, pulled up a loop, was going through loops, and he was like, yes, no, yes. And then we found one, and I just did the drums. We went in the booth and recorded.
When you cooking up or you getting ready to make a pack and head to the studio and play those beats in front of artists, when you mixing them, are you really like sitting there EQing everything, compressing everything, or is it more like I'm gonna level it, make sure my shit not get there, boom, play it?
Yeah, just level it. I used to do all that shit and like spend hours or like a long time just trying to mix it and like add all these compressors, EQs, all these extra plugins that I didn't need. Really, it's just leveling. The first time I met Young Lan was in Atlanta when I was like 15, I think, and I had like a studio session with him and Beat Monster Mark. I was watching him and he just leveled his shit. He didn't put anything on the fucking mixer, just leveled it and exported it. I asked him, I was like, yo, so you didn't mix it? And he's like, nah, bro, just level it. And you know, he's multi-platinum, Grammy winning, you know.
I mean, you just gotta have good sounds. A lot of producers they either get good sounds and fuck it up by throwing shit on it, or they just trash sounds. If you got good sounds, you gotta level it, bro. Blend it together. And then what'd you put on your master channel?
Usually just a soft clipper. So like clips, anything that goes over 0 dB. So any sounds or anything that goes over 0, it clips that, so it cuts it out. That's why you hear that distortion sound, because it's cutting those frequencies out. You kind of just use that if you want it to like hit harder, but you don't want it to hit too hard. If you put too much like of a clip on it, it's just gonna sound distorted and trash. You want it just right. But also what I'll do is I'll EQ and boost the highs for the master channel, so it sounds way more just clear. It sounds way better.
But yeah, bro, I appreciate you for coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, that really wraps it up, bro. This is Straight Sauce with Young Cutta.
Sir, gang.
Alright, man, so that pretty much wraps it up. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm back with the Straight Sauce videos. You're going to get another one next week soon with a very special guest, so y'all stay in tune for that. But 2 things I do want to go over with you, man. We do have a new kit that we dropped. TNT just dropped the kit called The Chosen One. It's a hard kit, but what's so special about this kit is not just it's royalty free, but he actually has the FLP to the record Soulfly that he made for Rod Wave. I don't know about you, but I don't know any other industry producer that's doing that. You know what I'm saying, actually giving out their FLPs to these records. So make sure you hit the link in the description, go copy it. And if you want 10% off, you can use my discount code. Everything's going to be in the description. Second announcement is, if you like these series, if you want to learn more, grow as a producer, I have a Patreon. Link is in the description. All you have to do is sign up. It's low as $10 a month, all the way to one-on-one sessions, man. So make sure you hit the link in the description. With that being said, it's your boy TB. I'm gone. I'll be back next week with the do-rag.